Alright, so here we go. We're going 10 frames per second. Take 2. Hopefully this works. Processor seems to be maxed. Like usual, nothing new. And so, as you can see, I am cooking. I'm on a skill quest for cooking bass. Oops, forgot the slash. And it might take longer. I'm apparently getting horrible frame rates. Horrible ping. Not really sure what's causing it. It's not too populated here. So I shouldn't be getting too bad ping. It's just bad ping. Don't forget when you load your mods, there is a /help command. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's just horrible, horrendous, terrible. However you want to phrase it. I'm on World 3 right now. It's getting like 706 to 100 something. 200? I don't know. Yeah, 239. So yeah, there's that. The pet is going. I drank a superior potion of cooking. I hadn't loaded my mods yet, so it's not appearing up here. But I do have one running in the background. Basically, the way potions work is they start off giving you a percentile bonus, and it just kind of trickles downwards from there. The trickle down to 0 point bonus actually occurs 1 point per minute. You lose 1 point per minute. So if you gained, if you were level 10 and you used a 10% bonus, you get 1 point. So that would last 1 minute. Doesn't sound very effective. But when you're getting, like, you're level 75, for example, and you use a 10 point, you're getting 7.5, which probably rounds up to 8. So you're getting 8 minutes. And then a minute passes, and it's a plus 7. Now you have 7 minutes left. Let's say you level up at that point. Well, then it drops another point. Now you have 6 minutes left. Minute passes, 5 minutes left, 5 points left. And it just trickles down. It's simple when you look at it, difficult to put into words, But basically, that's just eventually going to drop all the way back down to 75. And, yeah, see, it just trickled down 1 point right there. And it did it right as the minute hit, I bet. I wasn't really paying much attention, but that's probably when it hit. Wouldn't surprise me. And you can see I am actually burning some of these. If I check the campfire drops, let's see, where is cooked bass? Dolphin, white shark, swordfish, cooked bass. Here we are. Yeah, I got a 16% failure rate right now, and that's at, 84? Yeah. At 84, I got a 16% failure rate. That's not bad. I average about 47.88 experience. That is including failures, by the way. That's just my average. Like, if I go at it with 10,000, I'll earn about that much per fish on average. So I just come over here, grab an inventory full of fish, equip one, go back to the campfire. It's cooking at its finest done here. Well, second finest. There's a kettle over here. And that's actually really simple. Wiki, craft, source, kettle, level 1, 120. yeah, it didn't actually lag all that much because there's really not that much to load. Your first recipe is, of course, Angry Witch. It's a pet, it's an event item, because you got this resurrection necklace, unicorn blood necklace, and curse necklace. Now you can see it says value 1 points. That right there tells you it's probably an event item. Rare present, rare present, rare present. Actually, not half bad for a necklace. Probably not going to find one though. You got some wheat and licorice for root beer, plus 2% accuracy, plus 6% strength. Not a bad potion if you can make it. Trout with potatoes, 7 health. Need a potato and a raw trout. That's level 12. I like making the salmon soup. 12 health. Needs an onion and a raw salmon. Lionfish soup. I've been making some of that. I actually grew some pineapple just for that. So I can cook all my lionfish. Lobster curry, onions and carrots, and a raw lobster. That's actually pretty good. It's 16 health. It's not bad actually. These are actually food. They act like a potion, and as you can see, they each have their own buffs and whatnot, and they aren't actually all that good for eating. There's better use. But, you know, to each his own. Then there's dolphin sushi, rock squid soup, hammer shark dish, manta ray steak, and they just keep going up, you know. This is where the seaweed starts becoming more valuable. The coelacanth kombu sushi, coelacanth nori sushi. That's my antivirus asking to update. Sturgeon kombu sushi, sturgeon nori sushi. You'll notice the difference is just the kombu seaweed and the nori seaweed. And then there's dulce seaweed, which starts showing up with stonefish. And that's 37, 34, 32. And then finally we got the whorefish, which is the 120. And that stuff's expensive. Let's see. Only way to get this is fishing. How do we fish it up? If it'll stop lagging long enough for me to click it. And yeah, looks like 85 net fishing. Nice. 5% chance. Real nice, real nice. In other words, by the time you hit 120 fishing, you're going to be getting like maybe a 1% or less. Probably less. Probably like bet money less. Probably going to be ending up with like 0.01, you know. I mean, I'm not a big like math guy on the 120s because I don't have any 120 stats yet. You know, I've been killed quite a few times in PvP, I'll admit it, sure. There's my stats for anyone interested. Hopefully it's recording this fast enough to actually track all of that. But then we've got my inventory. Superior potion of cooking. I'm drinking a 17% boost. I get plus 13 from it. And then I just grab a inventory full of raw bats. Equip one and go to town on that campfire. And that actually gets me some pretty good results because, well, it works. You know, that simple. It gets me good results because it works. Getting 114 experience for every successful one I cook. You can see the little thing's counting down. It's already down to a plus 12. That's because I'm probably not getting a full plus 13 right off the bat like that. Probably getting like plus 12 and some decimal, and it's probably counting down the decimal. He may have he may have made it so it's not rounding it, it's instead giving an explicit amount over a set amount of time based on the boost given. Not really sure. I probably would need to look into the code, and it's closed source, so good luck with that. So, yeah. Now, you may notice my fishing is level 65. Some of you may know where this is heading already. Fishing, yes. Wiki, craft, encapsulate, did I? No? Okay. Skill, fishing, level 65, 65. Let's see what it tells us. And hope my inventory doesn't run out. Okay, so we got raw king crab. That's a pretty good catch. That's a lot of cooking experience, a lot of fishing experience. It's not bad. Level 64 cooking, not bad. Raw rock squid, also not bad. You'll notice this one's iron fishing rod. This one's just regular fishing rod. That means he's unlocked for both spots. But then we've got the raw pearl clam. And some of you may be wondering, what's the raw pearl clam? What is that? What's it do? Well, here's what it does. It does the best cooking experience in the whole game. I mean, you may not be getting a lot of these because, as you may have noticed, the catch rate is 0.1%. And that's the baseline. If you're familiar with the game, you know where I'm going with this. Baseline does not mean that's what you're getting. Okay, since I started playing, I got one. I think I got one from a sunken treasure once, but as far as fishing them up, I got one. Okay? And they are rare, man. Let me tell you. Okay? That's probably why sunken treasures are worth so much, is because you can get those from it. And it's 1,250 experience. That number was accurate. And that's during single experience event, which is basically just no one drank a double experience potion. Wiki, craft, item 2X. Sorry, I hit craft. Wiki, item, name 2X. Oops. Yeah, that's why I was cooking raw bass. 13.13 thousand coins. That's a pretty good amount. Well worth the purchase in the store. So yeah, if you can read this, it says 2x experience potion, double experience potion, basically. Plus 15% accuracy, plus 15% strength, defense, magic, woodcutting, fishing, cooking, mining, and archery. That's to the person that drinks it. On top of that, experience lasts for 30 minutes for all players. Now that value that it gives, the price, that's if you manage to decide for whatever lunacy reason to run all the way out to NML, No Man's Land, and vendor this thing, this awesome bottle of epicness for 30 minutes, okay, at the NPC that pays you 40%, or heaven forbid you use the one in Mosh 1 that pays 10%. I mean, jeez, 10%. You'd only get 44.9 thousand for this thing? You really think that's worth 44.9 thousand? Come on. Come on. In the words of Homer Simpson, come on. That is not worth 44,000. Okay. Sheesh. Anyone who would think that, they're the lunatic. Oh, I gained a cooking level. I have an even better chance of cooking those raw sea bass. I'm going to hold on to the rest of those. You cannot find an NPC that sells those, and I will prove that right now. This is a note to all you fishermen. I finally found a fish that's actually worth something. because otherwise the NPC just has you beat, man. So yeah, you can cook them, you can catch them, and there's your rates, of course. For every level above this goes up one. It won't tell you that there, but that's the math basically, and it goes all the way up to that. So basically, since it's level 40, starting at 30%, maximum is 60. That means 60 minus 30 is 30. So 40 plus 30, that's 70. So at level 70 fishing, you're capped. You're not going to find any better chance of catching a raw sea bass than at level 70 fishing. But of course, by that time, you're probably A, in the fishing guild, and B, you're probably going for those raw pearl clams, because those things are rare and expensive. People pay out the ear for them. Now, I was trying to show you the NPCs. Now, if it's backlit, they'll sell it. It says it right there when you mouse over it. Buys and sells. If it's not, like the raw pearl clam, they just buy it. Now, it says value 4,000. But keep in mind, NPCs pay you half. So, he'll pay you $2,000 for that. Now, keep in mind, he'll pay you $2,000. It's that guy right there, actually. And while he will pay 2,000, these two will pay 25,000. Which would you go for? On a similar note, feathers from like the chickens right out here. If you look on my mini map here, the little grassy area right out there, it dropped feathers, and those sell for 2,000, give or take. Some people have been even offering as much as 2,100 so far. There's a bit of a bidding war going on for them. I'll go ahead and check chicken drops, check hen drops, and I'll even inspect them so you can actually see who's who. That number in parentheses, that's the combat level. I am combat level 86. That's probably going to go up once I start doing combat again. But, so, my potion's slowly ticking away. You've probably been watching it, probably not. Doesn't really matter. I'm probably done cooking. Let me see. Some bronze. I could probably make the bronze. Fur. Cooking cooked sand crab. Let me NPC that real quick. Wiki NPC item crab. About raw. Oh, sweet. So, rack blood. I can pop out to rack blood and buy a bunch of raw sand crabs. Cook those bad boys up, get 437 cooking experience, and of course it's double experience event, so that experience gets doubled, as all experience does. I don't have any breeding set up, so I can't do that. I probably should do the small potion of strength, just for the experience, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do the fur. I don't like fur, sorry. 200 sand for 3,000 coins, no thanks. And I really don't feel like killing a bunch of orcs right now for their skin so I can make the leather. But I could make that bronze. I'm gonna do that before I leave town. I'm gonna make a bunch of bronze. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab 19 copper. And do I have tin? I don't think I have tin. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on this page. I already have it sorted by material, so it should be right in the front. Looks like I might be out of tin. Let me check. I'll check with the blacksmith. He should have some tin. Tin should be cheap. Yeah, 35 coins, and I don't own any. So yeah, I'm going to have to buy all my tin. But I'll be able to craft all the bronze for these bronze helmets. Maybe a few loads. And you'll notice I am crafting them. You cannot buy them. I'm sorry, you can't. It's not a valid shortcut. You have to actually do the craft that they ask you to do. If it's a fishing quest, you have to actually fish up the fish. Okay, you can't just buy it or withdraw it from your bank and deliver it to them. No. Like you saw earlier, I finished the quest and just kept going. I already got the reward. So I'm making these bronze bars, and then I'm gonna go ahead, grab the hammer, run over to the anvil, hammer out some bronze helmets. I actually had to check and find out what I was making. I knew it was bronze, I didn't know what it was. So, yeah. And you'll notice while I'm crafting all of this, if you go into your filters, which is what I just opened, I right clicked on my record channel that I created. This is a premium skill that you get when you use a premium scroll, is you can create a channel. And I have a few people in it. Pretty much just people who are interested. There's Potato. Shout out to all the spuds out there. He was asking me to do a shout out in the first take, but of course the first take, the first take didn't take. So there's that. They're rude. They actually recommended I try out another type of recording software besides open broadcast software, OBS. It didn't pan out, and so, I invited them. I figured they were interested. Basically, I'm just inviting people that I figure would be interested. Sorry about the beeping noise there. It's kind of loud. It's because I'm at McDonald's. Same for all the background noise. And, let's see. Bronze helmet. Oh, cool. 100% chance to make it. Anvil rates don't change. So even though I am forging 65, check this out. 90%. 100. 100. 90. 90. 100. It doesn't change. I'm way over the skill requirement. And yet, some of this stuff is still 90. It doesn't change. Level 1 or level, 1 billion. I think it's iron plate mail has a 10% craft chance. Or maybe it was steel. Either one, it's nuts. It really is. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to those bronze bars, bronze ingots. Deposit the helmets. What I did there, real quick, I'll talk about it in a moment, is... Well, first I forgot to grab the copper. That's the first thing I did. The other thing I did was I favorited the bronze bars, and that allowed me to only deposit the helmets. And that's clearly useful because that means that I can just go right ahead and I want to deposit 2. Yeah. I can just go right ahead, make what I want, and then just carry on. I don't have to worry about, I need to go back for this, I accidentally made too much of that. No, I just go in, craft it, I'm done. Boom. And I can just keep using the All Plus, as you saw. But that's not available on mobile. Mobile does miss out on a few things, such as favoriting items. You can't favorite items on mobile. It's just not possible unless you have like a Bluetooth keyboard or something. You'd have to actually have a keyboard. You need the control key. Another thing they miss out on, I don't have it loaded, but between player info and wiki and mods menu, would be the keybinds mod menu, and that allows you to hotkey things like you can hit it so the E key will eat food, or maybe you want to insert to pull everything out of your pet and at the same time deposit everything into your storage chest. And so you can do all kinds of stuff with that. Um, I go over all of the mods in detail in the mods video. It's actually not half bad as far as videos go for this type of computer, which is to say, low end. I think I'm like on a 1.3 gigahertz processor, and it's a dual core, so that's really not helping. I'm working on it though, and so I'm just grinding away during 2x. I would like to point out that I currently have a 0% chance of catching raw pearl clams in iron, or in regular fishing rod spots. In iron fishing rod spots, if I had everything all set up in advance, I could actually go out to the Long Bridge in Wyland, as I like to call it. I don't know how to actually pronounce that place's name, but that's what I call it. I could go out to the Long Bridge there, and I could actually show you that there are 3 fishing rod spots for the iron fishing rod, and you can go out there and fish up raw pearl clams the moment you turn level 65, which is when you first can equip the iron fishing rod anyway. But it said 0.1% in the in-game wiki, but it's not 0.1%. It's actually 0.08%. And that is due to the way that the items are, the loot is rolled, is the best description. Because it works just like tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, D&D. And that is that the loot gets rolled in order. So we'll take these chickens, for example. First it will check, did you get a tomato? You have a 25% chance. It has to beat that 25. But it's not rolling a 100 side die. No, it's actually rolling a 100,000 side die. Because it goes all the way out to 0.000. Yikes. Okay, so, you have to be, 75,000. Still 25%. Then it rolls for the feather, 7.5%. Hayseed, 6.75%. Grass seed, 6.08%. And it says Dorpat Soul. A lot of people ask what that's used for. Dorpat Soul is used to craft... thanks, Fabio. Dorpat Soul is used to craft Memory of Dorpat Potion, which is a teleport potion for people who do not want to level up their magic skill. Because if you are, for example, a strength peer, you have very high strength, very low accuracy, very low defense, very low magic, and very low archery. Usually very low means 1. Just 1. You don't level it up at all. You might cast the spell once for the tutorial island, and that's about it. Which I'll be covering in another video, tutorial island. So, look forward to that. But, you have all of that, and then you're just sitting there, and you're like, well, I want to get to Dorpat really fast. I'm clear on the other side of the world map. I could suicide, but I'm leveling up this pet. I don't want to suicide. How do I get there? Well, I could walk all the way across the world map. What a hike. I've done it before. Not fun. Okay, I had to get out there in order to get some of the teleport scrolls, because I ran out of stock once, and I just kind of decided, Well, I'll be able to get more before I run out, right? No. I ran out and I had to go and buy more. And on top of that, there were no memory of potions and there were no teleport scrolls in stock because the guy was actually on vacation for the next week. And I had to walk all the way out there in order to buy more scrolls. And it was a hike. It took like half an hour just to walk it. And it doesn't sound all that bad. And it's not really that bad, but when you could be using that time for better things like massacring hordes of mobs and earning a ton of experience, or just massacring a bunch of chickens for their feathers. Either one works, really. When you could be doing that instead, you really don't want to be spending 30 minutes walking clear across the world map so you can re-up on your teleports to sell to people. Okay? Not a fun experience. I was on mobile. I didn't feel like actually typing in the one number less than it does, because that's one of the things that you miss out on mobile is the market. The market is very lacking on mobile. I mean, it benefits from the enhanced market mod in this screen, the transactions menu, and here's all my recent transactions. Icy Scorpion sold me a steel full helm. I'll sell that later in Rack Blood. And looks like a lot of people have been buying those teleport. Would that be Narwhal? No, that would be Rack Blood. One person teleported to Walco. That would be Neria. My guess is that's for the kill quest. That's actually why I decided to go with the teleport Walco instead of teleport Wyland, because while Wyland is nice and all, it teleports you really nowhere useful unless you're going to Lost Woods. Decent mushroom population, but that's not really a popular place. I think there's some bosses there. That's about it. You know, from what I can tell, no one actually goes there. If they do, they don't talk about it. Real quick, a lot of people ask, what is the PoP slot, my equipment? There's actually 3 more slots for the party quest keys, which if you go down the ladder up here next to this wizard and the blacksmith, there's a ladder there, and then you go all the way down to like right here, give or take. There's my OBS. Okay, there's a chest there, and that's the easy party quest chest. It's best to actually save those keys if you can for a hard or a hell party quest, because those offer much better loot tables. If you right click the chest and check drops, you can see the odds for which drops you're going to get, and also it changes based on your health. So there's that. But anyway, there's PoP, Potion of Preservation. That's what it does. Keep 5 extra items on death when equipped. You can see over in my inventory, I've got my pet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be number 7. But for some reason it's not displaying properly. My hammer and my boots are displaying properly. I don't know why this one isn't. Weird. Anyway, let me unload these and maybe then it'll... Huh. Well, that's awkward. That's a bug. I found a bug. Huh. Well, now I'm gonna have to upload this video because that's not right. I'm supposed to have 5 items, not 4. Cool. Okay. This is the M channel. It's a message to moderators for bugs, possible botting reports. If you think someone's suspicious, I think that they really actually might have a solid chance at being a bot. You can come here, report it. Mods will look into it. They have access to things that us regular players don't. I'm premium. I don't have access to these tools. They can look into it. They can see things that we can't. And yeah. So anyway, yeah, as you can see, it's counting wrong, but it's supposed to be equip pet plus 2 items, and then this saves extra 5. It's supposed to be saving that bar, but it's not. I don't know if it's just graphical or if it's really doing it. But I have reptile boots, baby griffin equipped, forging hammer, 3 bronze bars, 12 tin, only 6 items plus pet gets saved. The little green square isn't showing up on the 3rd bronze bar. Figured I'd report it, because if that's a bug, that could be a problem. So yeah, I mean, clearly it's noticing that 3rd bronze bar must be getting marked, but it's not stating that the bronze bar is getting marked. So that is weird. It is very, very weird. Yeah, I mean, we move these out, and these get marked. These replace the 10 there, but yeah. Change zones, maybe. Let me try grabbing something from my cabinet real quick. This might update it or something. Oh. Okay, so it didn't update it, and it's still doing it. Okay, so that's a bug. That could be potentially disastrous. You guys saw it here. Discovered it live. Almost as much as the very backwards bug of wanting to deposit your better pouch to use the lesser one. I mean, sure, you'll queue up your spells, but why would you want to use a lesser pouch? I mean, really, why? It's like going, Oh, it doesn't hurt when I shoot myself in the foot. Watch. It's just it's bad to even hear it, you know. You guys may have noticed I didn't load the farming queue mod because I was just there and I didn't have the farming queue on my left. That's because I find that menu to be rather intrusive. Also, I don't like how it puts the clear button on the bottom of the menu right next to the section that allows you to pause the queue. So yeah, there's that. Actually, I'm gonna ask Ian.
This one right over here.
Hey, is anyone else getting weird graphics with their pop and the green squares? Oh, rats. Looks like I need fur anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and buy some fur logs. No, I'm not going to go all the way over to the market and pay those exorbitant prices. I'll just go ahead and use the NPC. Apparently, the bronze battle axe requires fur logs because bronze uses fur. So I'm just going to come over here, buy a bunch of fur logs. Wonder how many I'm getting. 22? Yep, 22. Okay, let's see. 6 bars, 2 logs. So pretty much, oh yeah, that's gonna take a lot more bronze. I might actually burn through all my copper on this. Nice. I've been wanting to burn through that. Okay, well, let me control click. Control click. Thank you. And then all plus. And let me grab 8 copper. And then I come over here, blacksmith. And you may notice I'm doing this on reduced video settings. That's because, well, my laptop is maxed. right now. That's simple. It's maxed. Looks like somebody felt like farming feathers. Um, um, by the way, what he's referring to there, cool beans, it should all add in when you're done. Um, Combat experience sometimes isn't calculated until the end of a battle. So, if you feel like maybe you aren't getting all of your experience, check again after the fight. It should all be there. I can actually go over the combat experience with you guys real quick because, well, apparently I have time. So, basically, it works as for melee, there are a few different stances. There is, I'll start with accurate. Actually, I'll start with cordial. That's his name on the minimap. Skelly Dungeon. Pretty sure. Yeah, that they will. So yeah, you located that bug. So yeah. And basically, this is what you do. You just go back and forth, doing these skill quests or whatever you want, really. I believe I was going to start by talking about cordial health, stance, combat. My mining is mining jadeite. Oh, my main is mining jadeite. My alt is mining emeralds. Iron and coal. Yeah. Ah, look at me, a noob, helping other noobs. Welcome to my world speaks. The one that follows, they forgot to tell you and got rescued by a noob. I mean, is it the one? Who is the greater noob? The noob or the one who follows him? The one who follows. They forgot to tell you and got rescued by a noob. It's a valid point. I mean, they did get rescued by a noob. Following the noob out. So, cordial combat stance, help if I cook the copper, tends to give 2 health, it does, gives 2 health experience per point of damage. All of these stats are per point of damage. Um, accurate gives 2 to accuracy, 1 to health. Aggressive gives 2 to strength, 1 to health. Defensive gives 2 to defense, which is your evasion. A lot of people get that confused. They think it's defense. Almost like it's named defense or something. It's your evasion. I know. It's confusing. If I run a combat analysis on those chickens, they still have 2 max damage, even if I'm fully geared. So there's that. But then there's controlled. Some people go, well, what's controlled? Controlled is the exact same layout. It's 1 point to health, 2 points to the stat selected. The question is, what is the stat selected? In this case, it is actually all of them. It's all 3. Accuracy, strength, and defense. How do you spread 2 points over 3 stats? Simple. You divide 2 by 3. Yeah, I know. I know. It's, yeah. Escapism. So, let's see. 15. I'm just gonna draw X. 15. Oh, 15. And so, some people wonder, is there a faster way to buy from NPCs? Because, one at a time. No, this is the fastest way right here. Just, spam the buy button. That's about it. Why is the 10 not fine? Spammed it. I'm like crazy. I just noticed that sent before Falgor, but ended up a second after Falgor. Awkward. Now that's a chat bug. It appeared before him, but sent after. So either I'm lagging, which is likely, or Falgor's lagging. In-game UPS. That was a bad example. Yeah, just eat the forest. Talk about broccoli forest. Oh, I ran out of food in broccoli forest. Okay, eat the forest. Problem solved. Congratulations! I bet you're in Revolve. Seven. Your phone's ringing.
Yeah, we went and took off early.
So, I guess I'll stop recording for now because it's just me making bronze battle axes.
Well, here's the way.
So,
we filled our breed.